Now tuned in to The Money Zone with your host, Folasade, the accountant for entrepreneurs. The time is now, your future waits, your money matters, make no mistake, it's not too late to dominate, so don't delay, get your money straight. The money zone, together we'll achieve your goals. We're building wealth, you're not alone. So don't delay, get your money straight.
Hey guys, welcome. It's your girl, Folasade, the accountability accountant, guys. I am so excited to be with you guys today on this Tuesday. It's the second show of the third season of us being on RipRadioNetwork.com. And tonight, guys, we're going to have a conversation. So on tonight's show, we're talking about how to apply for the PPP loan. We're talking about this 2021 tax season and all the juice associated with that. So bring your questions, bring your concerns and all your worries, and I will dive right into all of your questions and your concerns. So guys, if you are not following me in all social media platforms, head over and follow me at Folasade, the accountant. Also, go ahead on and join our mailing list because we give out so much amazing content. One of our prospects told me that today that her girlfriend referred her to me because of our content. So guys, you all are missing out if you don't join our mailing list by going to bit.ly/TMZ. Get notified TMZ. So guys, what we're about to do, I'm going to give you a few minutes to share the video. Grab your pen and your paper and whatever libation or water or drink that you're going to have with us tonight on tonight's show. And we're about to share the video ourselves, and then we will be right back. Hey guys, okay, so look. We are in, what's today, the 19th? I don't even want to count. We're far away from 2021 tax season starting, you guys. Like, we're far away from the 2021 tax season. So, guys, if you're just tuning into the Money Zone, I'm Folasade, the accountability accountant, guys. I bless entrepreneurs with the numbers and the accountability that they need to leverage and grow their businesses to 7 figures, save on their taxes, and build generational wealth, guys. So if you're struggling with growing your business, if you're struggling with saving on taxes, then I am your accountant. If you're struggling with accountability, I'm your girl, okay? So we're talking about 2021 tax season and the PPP loans, right? Okay. Where should I even start? Like, where should I even start? It's just so much chaos right now in the land. And honestly, from a tax professional's perspective, cuckoo, crazy. Okay. And from an individual perspective, I know you guys are on the verge of committing suicide because of tax season. Okay. So just to give you guys a heads up, tax season officially starts February 12th, 2021. So what does that mean? That means that the IRS will begin to start accepting tax returns and processing them on the 12th of February. Okay, so if you submit your tax return before, which we can, okay, so there's a major misconception like, oh, the tax professionals cannot do any work. Oh, nobody can work. That's not the case. We're working. It's just that I personally don't recommend anyone submit their tax returns until e-filing season open, okay, which is February 12th. The IRS will begin to process tax returns. So let me clear that up, because a lot of y'all out here like, oh, I can wait until February to start getting my paperwork in order. I can wait until this. No. That is not the case. You start to get your paperwork in order now. So when February 12th comes, you'll be handing in your paperwork to me or to your tax professional, and then you will be able to go from there. But for all of you last minute people, this is your time to kind of be on time for the first time. Like, you're getting a whole extra month to be able to get your paperwork in order. So let me debunk this. A lot of you think that we cannot process your returns right now. That is not the case. We can, okay? The issue is that even if we submit it early, it is not going to be processed until February 12th, okay? So I know a lot of you are concerned about your earned income credits and, all of your child tax credits and everything. I understand, girl. Look, I get that child tax credit as well for Brenda Bryce, right? So let me be honest. For all of you that qualify for the earned income tax credit and the additional child tax credit, and any other what they consider poverty-based, income-based, they say poverty credits, okay? Your tax return will not be processed on the 12th, okay? Your tax return is not going to start to get processed until the end of February. The end of February. So don't think because you claim a head of household earned income credit and you need the money right now that you're going to be able to get your little check right away. No, that's not the case. Okay. So for all of you that qualify for earned income tax credit, remember, guys, I told you all 2.5 to 3 years ago that Congress implemented a law that specifically allows the IRS to delay the processing of all poverty credit tax returns and also other credits. Now they incorporated the educational credits, okay? So if you qualify for certain credits like the earned income tax credit, the additional child tax credit, the child tax credit, and the educational credit, your tax returns will not be filed that first week. You will not be receiving your refund the first week. Here's why, and you guys want to grab your pen and your paper. Number one reason why is that the IRS want to go through a verification process, okay? So, here at Suncrest, in my company, we do payroll for small businesses too. So around the 30th, 31st, February, around the 31st of January, we are obligated to issue everybody's 1099s and everybody W-2s and file the last annual returns that's due, right? So if you are a employee, right, you're waiting for your W-2. Most of them will not be sent out until January 30th, January 31st, okay? So what does that mean? That means the IRS will not receive them either until 2 to 3 to 4 weeks later, after they go through their filing system and pull the W-2s and stuff, right? Okay, so guess what? Because Congress implemented a law that they can delay certain returns, the IRS is going to go through a verification process. So this is why all of y'all are getting audited. This is why all of y'all are getting caught up, because the IRS is verifying whether or not you actually received that W-2. The IRS is also verifying whether or not you received that 1099. The IRS is also verifying whether or not that child social security number was on another person's tax return. So many of you are in hopes of possibly getting your money early. Not the case unless you actually go and get a loan. So you talk about the H&R Block. What is that? That refund advance loan and all of that stuff. If you get that refund advance loan, I'm not talking about you, because the IRS, the H&R Block and the banks that we associate ourselves with, they're actually giving you a loan, an advance of your money. That's not the IRS saying, hey, Folasade, your refund is ready. Hey, Folasade, I'm going to deposit your refund in your bank account. No, they're basically saying that if you use our tax prep service, you have the opportunity to get an advance on your tax refund, which I personally don't recommend any of you get an advance on there, but times are tough right now. So get the advance if you have to. We'll talk about that, next year, okay? So number one, earned income tax credit returns will not be processed on time. I don't know what is going on with my Instagram over here. I'm trying to record here too. So no, that's late, okay? Number two, for all of you that did not receive your economic stimulus payment, okay, you should not rush to file your tax return. You guys are actually waiting for an additional paperwork, an additional tax form from the IRS, number 1444, okay, form 1444. So if you did not receive your stimulus payment, do not rush to file your taxes. Please do not rush to file your taxes, because you need to include the stimulus amount that the IRS is reporting on that form on your tax return, so you can get your stimulus check at the same time that you end up getting your refund check. So win-win for all of you, okay? Win-win. But I know what you're thinking. Well, Folasade, what if I need the money now? I'm trying to be the first to file my taxes. Stop. It's not about being the first. It's not about, especially this particular tax season, guys, it's not about being the first. It's not about rushing to file your taxes, actually doing things completely right, because this tax season is one of the most tumultuous, difficult tax seasons that I already know that we're going to endure, because there's so many tax law changes. Number three, I don't recommend any of you guys. Sorry, TurboTax. I hated you from the day you were born. Okay. But none of you should use TurboTax to prepare your taxes. Okay. None of you. I don't even care if you're not a business owner. None. N-O-N-E. None of you should use TurboTax to file your taxes. Here's why. The laws have drastically changed. There's so many changes right now with the tax system. It is just so much information that you need to know about, different tax credits and past tax credits that we can take advantage of right now. In addition to that, you want to be able to speak to somebody. You want to be able to get hands-on assistance. Yes, TurboTax have their little fluke, oh, hi, I'm a preparer with TurboTax. I'm Folasade. How are you, right? They're still not your accountant. They still don't work for you. And guess what? You are still self-preparing your tax return, okay? But when you work with a professional like myself, it's our job to really know the laws and to stay abreast on everything so we can maximize your tax deductions, reduce your tax bill, and then in turn help you keep more money in your household and actually just survive right now during this pandemic. So I do not recommend any of you guys even do that, especially since now all of the laws are saying that if you did receive the PPP loan, you can deduct that on your taxes and everything else. So guys, I just honestly don't recommend it. Yes, TurboTax is $50 to $100, but is $100 worth you ended up losing $5,000 to $10,000 in credits or deductions? Is $200 worth you ended up getting audited because you didn't do things right? It's literally not worth it, guys. Okay, not worth it. So guys, do me one favor, share this video with your friends, share this video wherever you are on social media, and guys, don't forget, okay, don't forget, you guys are supposed to be heading over to RipRadioNetwork.com to vote for the Money Zone for most informative show and best personality. Okay. All right. Okay. So head over to RipRadioNetwork.com and vote for me. I know that was kind of like, well, Folasade, was you just talking about taxes? And yep, because I know y'all forgot. So remember, tax season changes are all over the place. Do not file your tax return on your own. Please don't do it. Number two, if you qualify for earned income credit and stuff like that, guys, guess what? You are not going to get your refund in a timely manner. You will not get your money no time soon. So remember last year, they put a delay. Remember the year before they made a delay. Okay, so it's very common now, and the laws actually support it and back it up, that you can, they have a right to delay and verify the information on your tax return if you qualify for certain credits. Okay, so that will be the first thing that you end up doing. Okay, some states like the state of Maryland has basically said that unemployment received in 2020 will not be taxable. Okay, let me repeat that. Some states, like the state of Maryland, and see, this is where your accountant come into play, y'all, because I can't be telling y'all everything on the Money Zone here on Rip Radio Network. You got to come and let me hire me or find somebody that's similar to me. Like, for example, the state of Maryland, your unemployment is not going to be taxable on the state level. So if you were to go to TurboTax and things like that, they're not going to tell you certain things. You might end up still putting the tax in it. You might not even notice that they didn't give you your tax money back on the state side of your return. So personally, guys, I do not recommend anybody file their taxes without a tax professional. It is very stupid, and sorry to call you stupid if you're taking it like that, but it's too much changes. If I show you guys, I wish I would have printed it out. I have literally read hundreds and hundreds of laws of tax changes just over literally thousands of pages of information, literally over the past year, just to keep up with all of the massive changes. And you guys are not tax professionals. What are you doing? If you go to TurboTax, then you're going to have to read everything I'm reading. But if you go to a professional like myself, you won't. So please be mindful that this year, 2021 filing season, is just not the year to try to cheap things out. It's going to end up hurting you in the long run, okay? And so before we close out of this thing, because time is literally flying, okay? With this 2021 tax season, the IRS have already started hiring additional business auditors because they know that a lot of you guys fraudulently got that PPP loan and everything under the sun over the water. And guess what? They're going to be beefing up their auditing because of individuals out here frauding the system, and they want to get their money back. So remember, The Treasury ended up giving trillions and trillions of dollars over the course of the last year, right? And how do they recover that money? They recover that money from auditing individuals. And when they audit individuals, guess what? That's how they find that extra access tax money that you guys have been holding on. And right now, guys, I'm sitting here working under, I have 2 pending audits. These are not my clients, okay? These are new clients. And if y'all don't know, I represent people. So if y'all get audited, call Folasade. I'm ready to represent you today. So right now I'm working on 3 audits and 4 resolutions all over the last month. Okay, so these people now are getting caught up. So the IRS is sending notices, and then tax preparers are also getting arrested. So I'm getting a lot of those type of clients. So once again, in addition to this tax season not being the season that you guys file your return on your own, this is not the season that you guys go to them shady ass tax preparers. And you guys know that you guys are dealing with some shady tax preparers because you know it. You're not sleeping peacefully. Yes, when you get that refund money, you like, ooh, 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 right? You're happy. But then 3 months later, you know you're not living peacefully. And many of you are having sleepless nights because you went to that shady ass tax preparer. Guess what? And guess what happened? They ended up getting audited, and some of them are going to jail. I'm starting to get their clients right now. Multiple clients that say, oh, Folasade, I was dealing with this person. And I'm like, okay, what happened? This person in trouble. She was like, you must have knew. Well, he ended up getting arrested and all of his clients ended up getting audited. See, what you all don't understand is that the moment that that tax preparer goes and they perceive that that tax preparer have done something fraudulent, they start to investigate every tax return that that individual has filed. So for all of you guys that have been getting away these past 3 to 4 years doing that shady stuff, I guarantee you, this will be your last year. 2021 is going to be your last year that you rip off the IRS. Let me tell you why. Because they're going to send auditors after y'all, and you're not going to be able to afford me to represent you, okay? So you're not going to be able to handle it, and every expense that you thinking that you legally claim or that you did something under the table, somebody hooked you up, it's going to bite you in the tail. The IRS has already put out ads. Not ads, but actual job ads like Indeed. Check it out. Go to Indeed and type in IRS. You'll see Small Business Audit Division. Go and do it. Somebody just go and do it and tell me what you see. Let me know what you guys see. Let me know if you see the IRS hiring people, because I want to put a little fear in y'all so you will not be playing games. And then another thing I'm getting random calls from y'all that have done that shady stuff with them PPP loans, and you're trying to find people to do those tax returns for you. Shade fest. All of y'all are going to go down, okay? Wire fraud, okay? Tax fraud, okay? So stop playing, guys. I know times are tough. I know some of you are financially strapped. I know, but that doesn't mean resort to defrauding the tax system. And especially not this year. Every year, you could have done whatever on your return. 2020, this filing season, 2020, don't do it. Don't do it. Because they need to recover the money that they've given. All of the trillions, they got to get it back from our taxes, y'all. So they're going to use the taxes as a way to rebuild the financial system. They're going to use the taxes, okay, as a way to say, you know what? We can recover. We were able to grab $100 trillion in taxes from these people. Guess what? We're going to be able to hold on. So right now, you guys are thinking everything is sweet. They're giving out the PPP round 2, SBA loans. You probably still getting unemployment. And unemployment as well is doing their own investigations. And a lot of you are going to get caught up. So you might as well go ahead and start praying. Contact my office, 202-618-1297. Miss Sherrod will be gladly to put you on my calendar so we can assist you and get you guys out of this mess. And the reason why I'm saying this is because many of you have been doing dirt for years. Remember, I come from a whole different background than a lot of y'all other CPAs or EAs. I don't have that stiff corporate. Oh, no. I've been dealing with small businesses for 18 years. I know your tricks. It's nothing new. I know what you guys are trying to do. Am I rhyming? Yes. I know it. So I'm being honest here. This is not the year to play games with the IRS, y'all. At all. Okay? Please, please, please. I'm warning you. And every time I warn you guys, if you've been following me for years, it's true. I'm not that type of person that's coming up here for the likes and for the Instagram and for the gram and stuff. I do this so I can really teach you guys. The IRS is not going to be playing with you this 2021 year. You're not. You're not. Okay, guys. So what I'm going to do, we're going to take a quick little break, and then we're going to connect the dots between these PPP loans and this 2021 filing season. And we're just going to have a discussion. I would love if some of you guys can post your comments and stuff and talk to me or whatever so I can answer y'all questions. But if not, I will still move on. So guys, please share the video, grab your pen and grab your paper, and we are going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. Many entrepreneurs fail is because of their self-avoidance, that lack of self-accountability, and really focusing on yourself. So many of the times we're afraid to leverage relationships because we also didn't know we didn't do all the work that we needed to do. So take advantage of what Raven just said. If you have friends that are in high places, leverage those relationships, but make sure you do it strategically and make sure there's some strategy behind it. Many of you are starting businesses because it looked like it, everybody else is doing it. It looked cool. It looked this, and it's not around your purpose and your passion.
Hello.
So what many of you are doing is you're taking those shortcuts in those businesses that you guys presently have because you never initially started up on the right foot. Because that's one of the things when I ask new startups, they're not clear. They cannot tell me the age, the demographics, the income, the avatar of their client. So from your perspective, how important is identifying your target market and getting that business off the ground? That the millennials want the success right now, right away. They don't have the courage to continue past year one if they had a year of failures. So now, if you are that millennial and you've quit on every idea that you started or every new business, stop and put in some work for at least a year or two in something consistently, and then judge your success off of that. You cannot judge your success because you didn't got a Shopify page and you put it up there and you put the link in your Instagram and nobody bought for over 6 months. Like, you cannot say you did your job by just doing those few basic steps. You have to do the leg work. So books like Raven's workbook, The Game Changer, is that part of the leg work that I see from my experience, many millennials try to avoid. Yes, you may not need the old school business plan, but you need some type of plan. Success. 2020 is the year that everything impacts your bottom line. And as an accountability accountant, I've seen it. I've seen when clients are not, number one, transparent and honest how it impacts their bottom line. I've seen when clients aren't operating in their greatness and accepting responsibility, how it impacts their bottom line.
Take accountability for your actions. You can take all the credit in the world for the things that you do right, as long as you also take responsibility for the things you do wrong. It must be a balanced equation. You don't get it one way and not the other. You get to take credit when you also take accountability.
Hey guys, welcome back. So we ended up my tea so funny. Oh, we just came back from a quick break, guys. If you don't know who I am, I'm Folasade, the accountability accountant, guys. I'm the owner of Suncrest Financial Services, located here in Largo, Maryland. Okay. And we help entrepreneurs and small businesses get the numbers and accountability that they need, guys. And many of you are struggling with those two things. And this is why we are in the position that we are in right now, both financially, physically, emotionally, everything. Because one, we refuse to hold ourselves accountable. And number two, we refuse to get the real numbers, not them little, oh, I got QuickBooks attached to my bank account. That's not numbers. That is not the real numbers, okay? If you're not doing the accounting part, having your bank account attached to QuickBooks is just that. It's not accounting. It's attaching your bank account to QuickBooks, okay? So on another note, guys, we're going to go right into the PPP. But before I go into that, I just want to say that this tax season is going to be extremely messy for you guys. And the IRS knows it. That's why they've delayed the tax season, because it's messy for them too right now. It's so much going on. So I just want to advise all of you, go to legitimate. Like, this is the year that y'all stop going to them shady. And I got to curse on radio. I'm not on them. No, it's not 9 to 5. Okay. I'm tired of y'all asses going to these shady preparers, point blank period. Y'all going to these shady preparers thinking that they doing something special for you, when in all actuality, they are actually hurting you. If you guys can be a bird, is it a bird? A bird in the corner of this office, you guys would be crying every day from the impact that these shady preparers have on your life, and the impact that of you being shady having on your life. Okay, many of you are owing a lot of money because you did not even attempt to do things right. Your accountant or preparer say, hey, do you got your mileage? Oh, I can make something up. Come on now. Oh, are you claiming your business house? Oh, yeah, my mortgage was $1,000 a month. Knowing your mortgage is $1,055, okay? But you put it $1,000 a month. No, that's not what we're doing this 2020 year, guys. Because y'all going to get jailed because you defrauding too much. You got the PPP loan fraudulently. Now you frauded on the taxes so you can qualify for the PPP, man. They're already locking up so many black people. We're not the only ones, okay? So I'm not going to say that, but that's my focus, because I don't want y'all to be in jail. Stop it. Return the money if you was not supposed to receive it, and then you won't get yourself in trouble. Then you don't have to defraud on your tax return, okay? So we're about to go right into this PPP thing already. So many of you are so ecstatic that they have actually opened up the doors for you to apply for the second round of the PPP money. I don't know why my phone is doing this, right? But what many of you don't understand is that you have to qualify, or your business have had to lose 25% of revenue. So what does that look like? So if your business make $100,000, that means you would have only made $75,000 in 2020. So that means your business revenue decreased. It went down. For you guys to qualify for that second round, you have to be able to prove that your business revenue decreased by 25%. So I had to go in, to actually go through this process with you guys to see how it worked. I didn't qualify. Thank you, God. My business revenue have not decreased by 25%. Amen. I'm blessed in that respect. But many of you don't have that same comfort. So what you need to do? Well, it would have been much easier if you would have been maintaining your accounting and using an efficient software like QuickBooks. You guys would have been able to go right into your QuickBooks like I did, pull my profit and loss statement, and do a comparative to a prior period and with a change in percentages. And that's what I did. So my revenue did go down a little bit, but it only went down by like 2%, 3%, you understand? 5%. Amen. I had 1 month, I had 1 quarter, that was the first quarter of 2020, that my revenue went down by 23%, but I still didn't qualify for the 25% reduction. Okay? So they also say that if your business didn't necessarily have an annual, meaning a yearly reduction in sales, you can have a per quarter comparison. So what do I mean? So in first quarter 2019 compared to first quarter 2020, was there a revenue reduction of more than 25% or more? When we compare second quarter 2020 to second quarter 2019, is there a 25% reduction? So we can compare it across the board in terms of annual, or we can compare it in terms of per quarter, okay? But the dilemma is all of you that don't got your stuff in order. So how do you go about showing that? So when I went in, I couldn't get past, because it said that if you didn't have a decrease in revenue from 25%, you were ineligible. So me and my company were ineligible for the PPP. However, okay, they have not figured out or concluded what documentation that they're going to require from you to confirm this. But we already know that in most applications, bank loan applications, they give you guys a 4506T, 4506T, to be able to pull your transcripts at a later date. Okay. So what will happen is, even if they don't ask you for proof now, they do have the authority based off your signature to go and pull your tax returns. So they can confirm the information that you put on that application. So regardless if they don't ask you for anything, they will find an alternative method to figure out exactly how much money your business claimed that you made and how much money you reported to them that you claim. And this is why, and this is where most people are getting themselves in deep trouble, because they are actually reporting things differently. So you have probably reported $15,000 profit on your PPP application. So you ended up getting $15,000. Let's just use hypothetical numbers, right? But for real, your business really was operating at a loss, which disqualified any of you for being eligible for the first round of the PPP. So my concern now is, what extreme are you guys going to go through to try to qualify for this second round? Are you going to manipulate the numbers? Are you just going to throw something on there, not knowing that the application is bound by certain regulations and laws? So with that particular case, a lot of you are actually going to get yourselves caught up because you refuse to just accept the fact that you don't qualify and it is not free money. So number one, the PPP, yes, it can be forgiven. It is not free money, y'all. They're giving this to people like myself so we can continue employing our staff and we can maintain our businesses. So when the pandemic is over, we will have some viable small businesses in place to maintain the economy. They are not giving you guys this PPP to buy a Bentley and a Rolls Royce and fly out to Mexico and stunt on my daddy and stunt on me. No, 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 no. They're not doing that. They're doing that so you can now put that money back into your business, which in turn puts it back into your in the economy, which in turn help and solidify and stabilize the U.S. economy. Also, by you as the business owner not applying for unemployment also helps the GDP, which is the gross domestic product. But if all of us business owners go and apply for unemployment, that stands for two things. Either we're unable to maintain employment for our employees, and or we are unable to maintain a solid business that generates revenue for us to maintain for ourselves. Okay? So why am I saying all of this? The PPP is not for everybody. Okay? The second round is specifically for businesses that are struggling right now. And for everybody that is out there doing your thing and your business is profitable, please do not take money away from the businesses that need it, because they can probably get a higher amount, a higher limit or something, or increase or something like that. Okay. So number one, I do recommend each and every one of you guys to go back to your original first round PPP company. So if you applied with PayPal Loan Builder, go back to them. If you did it with Square, go back to them. If you did it with Bank of America, go back to them. Go back to your original lender. And the reason why is because the process is much easier with the previous lender. Yes, they're going to ask you your revenue. Yes, they're going to ask you some of the same information that you provided them, but you don't have to go through the whole verification, see if they're capable and able. No, they're just going to more than likely, especially if nothing really changed drastically in terms of your credit, more than likely you will get approved. But if you decide to go to an alternative bank, what I've been seeing is clients have been receiving declination letters when they went to other banks. So I recommend, just from what I'm seeing behind the scenes, is to just go right back to the original company that you applied for. Okay, they already have your information on file, and more than likely the portal was ready for you. In some of the portals that I've seen so far, right, it says, have you already applied for round one? Have you already applied? Have you already received the PPP? And the bad part about it is, y'all, some companies are not even doing first round PPP applications. I'm going to repeat that. Some companies are not even doing first round PPP applications. So for all of you that did not have your shit in order last year, okay, and this will have been your first round, you are disqualifying yourself because you are not putting your ducks in a row, crossing your T's and dotting your I's. I've been coming here for literally, not on radio, but literally on live streaming for the past 6 years, asking you guys to get your bookkeeping in order, get your accounting in order, so you can prepare for unforeseen circumstances. And this pandemic is exactly one of those unforeseen circumstances that you, I, or anyone else could not prepare for. But they say preparation meets opportunity. And for all of you that have been prepared, many of you have gotten the opportunity to get loans, and your businesses are thriving right now. Like I'm seeing a lot of my clients' businesses are thriving right now. They were prepared. They got the first round PPP, flip that thing, okay? And they making multiple six figures now. Some of my clients are really dominating, but they were prepared. Are you prepared? Or are you just winging this thing in business? Because many of you are. So as a business owner, it is your duty to know your numbers. It is your duty to have your paperwork in order. It is your duty to stop slacking up on the most important thing about business. Accounting is the language of business, not marketing, not sales, accounting. And many of you are not understanding that, and you're allowing your inability to focus and be disciplined or hire someone like myself to just take it over. You are setting yourselves up for failure. And it's not even funny anymore. It is actually crazy when we have all of these softwares and all of these resources and so many professionals out here that's willing to help you guys, that you're still taking shortcuts and you're still just doing bullshit. Point blank period. Procrastinating. Not doing what you're supposed to do. But everybody want to be successful. Everybody want to qualify for everything. Everybody want to be where the money reside, right? Everybody. The money reside in your accounting, because accounting is accounting for your money. Point blank period. If you're not looking at your numbers, you are not where the money reside. Let's be honest. Okay? And that goes for, I think his name is Darrell. I'm not going to be taking nobody's slogans and stuff. He done got that almost trademark. Okay. So if you're not looking at your numbers, if you're not looking at your business accounts and your financial statements and getting intimate with your accounting, you are not where the money resides. You over there with broke people, because so successful people look at their numbers. Successful people have accountants. Successful people pay me to keep them afloat. Successful people pay me to think for them in terms of their accounting and to strategize. Successful people know that they need to have their money in order. All y'all out here playing games for the gram, playing games for Facebook, trying to act like you got a business, and the last thing you are doing is operating as a business. And let me be very honest with you. The mere fact that you guys are not operating as a business can disqualify your business from being looked upon as a real business. That is one of the disqualifying factors that the IRS have to determine if your business is a hobby or if your business is a business. Because if you in business and you gonna boss up and you gonna have your accounting in order, but if you out here BSing, you gonna be acting like, oh, it's not important. Oh, I can do my accounting later. No. No. The IRS says that your inability to keep proper records and to take care of your finances shows that you are operating as a hobby. And you're wondering why your business is not growing. And you're wondering why you can't qualify for PPP loans or SBA loans. And a lot of y'all then shorted your SBA loan and your PPP loan because you didn't have your real numbers in order. So when you put your revenue, you put the wrong number. When you put your cost of goods sold, you put the wrong number. Y'all keep thinking that accounting is something that you can keep playing with. And this is why the African American community, the Black community, whatever y'all want to call it, people of color, this is why our businesses are struggling. Not because we don't know anything, not because we can't manufacture products, not because we're not popular and trendy. It's because y'all not doing what the fuck y'all supposed to be doing. Excuse my language. And y'all know when I go off, I pop off, and I don't care what nobody got to say. Folasade, be professional. No, y'all not doing what the fuck y'all supposed to be doing, but you want everything. Do your accounting and then you will see. Even the Bible says you cannot sit there and say you want more financial abundance and you're not taking care and being responsible for what you have. Okay, I don't know what verse it is, but it's in there somewhere. Okay, you're asking for more money, but you're not even taking care of what you got. You're not even managing what you got. Y'all out here playing. Get out of business if you plan. Because guess what? You taking space up for somebody else that will be willing to come in, do their accounting, build their businesses, save money on taxes, and build generational wealth. But y'all out here playing games because it look good. Business ain't fun, y'all. Yes, it's fun when we making money. But if y'all see behind the scenes of what we go through, the stress that I endure, and most of us that are successful, what we endure, it is not that easy. It's not fun either, okay? This is the fun. The outcome, me saving you guys from your worst, from yourself, okay, from poor decision making. This is the fun part. Outside of that, creating systems and dealing with y'all mess is a lot. So I'm about to close out in about 1 minute, and I just want to leave you guys with this. If you keep cheating the system, why do you expect for your true abundance to come to you? If you keep cheating, why are you expecting what's due to you to come? It's not. You can't cheat the system, can't cheat abundance, can't cheat God and expect him to blossom you with abundance. And many of you are out here playing games with business. You've invested a shitload of money in your business and you don't even know it because you're not doing your bookkeeping. 2021 is the year that y'all stop playing. Either do your accounting or get out of business. Point blank, period. Because at the rate of what I'm seeing behind the scenes, y'all are hurting yourselves more than just being honest and saying business is just not for me. If you're not willing to do your accounting or pay somebody to do a business, it's not for you. I don't care if you're a creative or not. I'm a creative in my mind. I'm not your typical accountant. I'm a creative in my mind, but I sit there and do my own bookkeeping. I just looked at my numbers today so I can try to do this PPP with y'all. Didn't even qualify. And so let's just say this. 2021 is not that year, y'all. You can keep playing games with your finances. It's not possible. There's a reason why we're having all of this. Some of y'all may not believe in God, but I do. And I feel as though this is our time when he's going to bless a lot of us with financial abundance, and he's going to destroy some of y'all just so you can understand from your mistakes and regroup and rebuild. And I don't want you guys to be destroyed. So let's get our finances in order. Let's do our accounting and let's dominate 2021. Guys, I'm your girl Folasade. Thank you for watching The Money Zone on RipRadioNetwork.com. Don't forget to join our mailing list and look out for our show next week. We have the 6-figure spa chick. I don't even know if he was able to put that up there, Trump. We got the 6-figure spa chick coming on the show next week, guys. So post your questions and everything that you guys want to ask Candace. And then look, we are excited because 2020 is your year. You just have to do the work. Bye, guys. bit.ly/TMZ, all caps, get notified, and look out for what we have coming out in store and all of our guests coming on the show, guys. Tonight was amazing. I hope that you guys learned a lot.